Hey everyone, and welcome back to ChitChat Studios, where we keep things real, short, and fun while talking to some amazing people about their journey. I am your host, Rena, and
I'm your co-host, Ray, for today's episode. From the soil to the harvest, we'll uncover the passion, perseverance, and impact that farming brings not just to the land, but to community and lives.
let's dig in and discover how this journey cultivates her growth and sustainability. Our guest runs the farming business of Dana's Garden. Please welcome Mrs. Donna and Estrebor.
Yes.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello, ma'am. Oh, ma'am. Kamusta, ma'am?
I'm doing well. I'm doing fine.
We will just be having some questions, ma'am. This question is, how did it all start and what inspired you to pursue this path?
Ever since I was a child, I really love to plant vegetables, and my mom told me I have a green thumb. So when I grew up, I was able to work in an international non-government organization where I work with communities, a farming community. And since then, I've been dreaming to really have a farm on my own because I can see how it really brings satisfaction. So it started that way. And then when I retired in 2013, I really praise God that that dream came true with the help of my children. They bought a farm, which is really what I dream of, a farm with water, where it's near a stream. So it's all started there. And the land that we bought at first was really barren. It only has two fruit-bearing trees in it. But we started to plant a lot of fruit-bearing trees. And then now if we have the chance to visit the farm, it's really filled with different kinds of fruit trees. And it's an integrated farm. We have also aquaculture there. We have native chicken, and then we have cacao plants and banana plants. So we don't plant, actually we don't have this short growing crops. We planted permanent crops so that it's just be a one-time planting, then the harvest will just continue.
Indeed, what a beautiful journey, ma'am, no? So, our second question, ma'am, is farming is not always seen as the most glamorous industry, but you've clearly made it with your passion and purpose. My question is, was there's a moment when you realized this was more than just a business, it was something bigger?
The fact that we can contribute to have food security, to ensure food security, not only in the community, but in the province. So it's really brings fulfillment and joy to my heart. We do value adding with all our products. So like for our cacao, once we harvested it, we turn it into tablea or sikwate, and then bananas, we make banana chips, because if we sold our products immediately to the market, you will only have low or very small return on investment. But if you process it, there will be more. We call it value adding. So but the center of it all is you will be able to help communities. You will be able to generate employment for the local workers, and then you will help community to have a sustainable food, especially during the COVID time. So we still have food to eat because it's in you don't have to go to the city to buy food. It's available in the farm.
I strongly agree with you, Mami. My next question, farming isn't without its challenges, especially with their environmental and economic changes. What have been some of the biggest hurdles for you, and how have you tackled them?
Our greatest enemy in the farm is the long dry spell. We call it the El Nino phenomenon. So there was really a time when the dry season lasted for 7 months. So we're blessed enough that our farm is near the stream or a small river, that we were able to get some water to water our plants. Other farmers really suffered a lot because all their plants really died. It was a complete loss. That's on the environment side, but on the economic side also, if there are seasons that when most farmers planted the same crops that you are planting, the cost of the products will really go down. So we learned a lesson out of that. So we don't from that experience, we go away from temporary crops. So we focus on the permanent crops. Like what I said earlier, the cacao and the coconut and the bananas are permanent crops. Just have to plant it once, then you have to harvest continuously.
You have shared to us, ma'am. I just realized that farming is taking risk, you know.
Very
Mag-take yun ka, yes, very risky.
You really need divine intervention.
Yes.
Yeah, with the help of God, you can really succeed. And, it's really by the blessing of God, it's by the grace of God that our farm now has been accredited by the Agricultural Training Institute as a learning site for agriculture. We believe what Romans 8:28 says, that all things work together for good
yes.
for those who love God.
Yes,
God is good all the time. So our last question, ma'am. Yeah, truly, ma'am, your journey in your family, no, is so inspiring, not just for farmers, but also for anyone wanting to start a business rooted in passion and purpose. So my question, ma'am, our question is, what advice could you bring to someone who's just started out?
You have to start small, but you have to consistently do it. And we don't have to feel that like we are a failure if we failed once, because there's always a vast opportunities, or there's always a way out, because God is always there. And farming actually is not just a hobby, it's a must for us to survive.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your time. This has been just an insightful conversation, and I'm so glad we got to highlight the beauty of farming business, ma'am. No? So, would you like to take the opportunity to promote your business, ma'am?
Okay. If you want to enjoy safe farm to table produce or goods, you can visit Donna's Garden. It is also a beautiful place where you can relax, because we also have this fish pond or aquaculture where you can catch your own fish and grill them. So it's a catch and grill, and also it's a good venue for retreat and camping. No? So we host youth camps and scouting or retreats for some groups, like a group of 30 people.
How exciting, ma'am. Maybe someday, somehow we can go there to enjoy the view.
catch fish.
Yes. Okay, thank you, ma'am. And yes, to all our listeners, if you're inspired about farming, check out their website and social media pages. And if you're supporting local, sustainable business, this is your sign to contract with brands that are making real difference. Speaking of local business, we would also like to thank our sponsor for this episode, brought to you by Cafe Adelia.
Yeah, thank you so much to listening on our podcast. And if you enjoy this podcast, please do follow on us on our social flash on your screen. So thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.